Okay, g'day everyone. While I'm nice and warm, just done a session. We've been thinking about this for a while, and so I want to sort of address it a little bit now. A lot of talk around rating. Okay, rating. Is it good? Do I want to rate high? Do I want to rate low? Etc. 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 Okay. What should I be rating? What shouldn't I be rating? When should I be doing it? All this sort of stuff. Okay, so training stuff, always want it to be low. Okay, there's no secrets behind that. Okay, but if we're looking for a rating that we want to sustain while doing a higher piece, how do I find it? How do I know what my rating is? Okay, so this today is what's my rate or ratio. Okay, because I talk about it a little bit, and I talk about power to rate. Okay, now big strong person, really strong, you can have a high drag factor, and you can really power it along. Same with the distance that you're doing. Now, if I was doing a 500 meter piece, I'd be looking to rate 38 to 40 all the way, probably maybe even higher. Okay, because you're a minute and whatever to do it for me. And you just want to get as many strokes in as most powerful as you possibly can. If you're doing a 1 minute piece, you just want to rate the tits off it and go for it, okay? But when we start pushing it out to 2K, 6K, 5K, whatever country you're in and what you do your testing in, how do I know what my rating should be, okay? Now, this is probably really aimed quite largely at 2K pace, okay? Now, for coaches, you can do this on the water as well. We used to do this all the time, okay? So here's a bit of gold for you. Now, what this is a builder. We used to call them a builder, okay? And on the water, what we'd do, we'd start off like this. We'd start off at a paddle, and I'd say, okay, let's build, and we just want to add. Each time we add a little bit more speed, and ultimately we get a little bit more freedom with the hands. So we do this, and we just keep going until we're sitting on something, and we only do it for like 15, 20 strokes. But see, because I haven't built up to, I'm not fully warm, I was sitting there on 30 rate, okay? I got to 30 rate, got to my speed didn't go any quicker, my rate didn't climb any higher. That's where I stop, okay? Because that's all I could manage to do at the focus that I was doing right then, okay? So I was focusing on the push and I was focusing on the rate, and I only got to 30 rate. And that's what you want, okay? So that's the build. So what I've just done is I've found that at 30 rate, I got my split, but I felt like I could sit there and just tap that along. Okay, so it's not trying to do a sprint we're going to do a sprint as fast as we can. We just want to do a build, okay? And now what we do is we focus it again. So after having 30 seconds, a minute off, I'm going to focus a little bit more, okay? So I'm starting to push. My hands are moving quicker. I'm giving a little bit more speed, a little bit more body. Now I've just gained some rate and a little bit of speed. But see, once again, 3 or 4 strokes. Rate didn't change, speed didn't change. That's my ratio, okay? So I was doing 32, 33 rate there. Was sitting teetering on that, sitting at 135, 136, okay? So that's just me, and didn't go any quicker. I was trying to give it a little bit more. I wasn't trying to really power it anymore, but I just found that speed, okay? So if you're on the water doing it, what you're trying to do is get the boat to a speed Tap it along, tap it along, tap it along. And whatever rate that comes to, if it's only 28, you go, okay, guess what? If we try and make it go any faster, we're forcing it, okay? Same with this one, same with the erg. Is if you're trying to get any more rate, what are you actually doing? You're trying to force more power and trying to force more rate. What we're not trying to do is force the rate. We're trying to have the rate come with us, nice and easy and free. Okay, so because I've done 2 of them, and I've learnt that, okay, I've got to use a bit more speed, a bit more power, move my hands a bit more. When I do the build now, I'm focusing on it. So I'm adding the power. Power's coming. I'm moving the hands. I'm in a rhythm. So see that? So I got into a rhythm because I was focusing on moving the erg, or moving the speed, or moving my body weight as much as I could. And I managed to get to 36 rate, holding my 130 splits, okay, which is exactly what I want to look for. And I was doing it without being out of control. You know, I was in control, I was moving free, I was moving the speed, and I was just tapping it along. Okay, now I have got my ratio, I can do it again. Okay, so these sort of things you need to practice and just start thinking, well, I'm building, I'm at a rate, what is it, what's my speed, and go, okay, and do it. As soon as you see it, you don't move for like 2 or 3 strokes, stop, okay, take it down. Then we start to build it back up again. So this is a really good exercise to find what your rate's actually going to be, because you might find that it's actually less than what you think it is, or you might actually find, I've always struggled to get my rate, I don't know why. This could be the way of finding it for you as a person, okay? And this is all completely dependent on your drag factors, your own personal power, your size, you know, are you a lightweight, a heavyweight, your age, there's a whole lot of different things. But, you know, by doing a series of these, and we used to do them at the end of a workout, so, you know, if it's probably one of the best times to do it because you're pretty warm, you've had a good workout, and we're not looking for massive amounts of power. We're not trying to go and set some records and stuff. We're actually just trying to find a ratio and a rhythm. So when I do it again, I know that every stroke that I take, like that, I'm just building the speed of the flywheel, and my hands are moving quicker. I can feel the acceleration. There I am, back on the rhythm. So I just went back to my 36 rate, 130 split, and that's what I would be aiming to hold for 1,000, 2K. I'd love to hold that for 2K at the moment, but it's pretty close that I should be able to do that because I've just done that piece. I'm not overpowering it, but I'm just moving nice and free. I've got a rhythm and I've got a ratio between that power and the rate. Okay, so try it on the erg, and as I say, just build it up, and you might be surprised at how low your rating is to start with. Okay, so you add more power, and ultimately you get more accelerated, so you get more accelerated speed on the drive, and you move your hands a bit quicker and a bit quicker and a bit quicker and a bit quicker with the more speed that comes. So the rating's not forced. The rating only comes with the acceleration on your legs and your body, okay? So that comes through, and then you're moving your hands, and then all of a sudden you might only be on 26, 27, and your splits are not coming down. 3 strokes, take it down, and then you go, crikey, okay, next time, so you have, 30 seconds or whatever off, next time, you're going to have a little bit more focus on that intention of the speed, and speed, hands. All of a sudden you might be 29, 30 and you're going quicker, and you go, awesome, okay, I found that easy, I found that manageable. I found I could sit there in a rhythm and do that, okay, because that's what we're trying to find. These builders are really, really appropriate to find something that's going to hold you for 4 to 6 minutes. Okay, same thing. I'll say that on the water as well. It's very similar. On the water, it's easier because, of course, all you're trying to do is get boat speed. So the rating doesn't come up unless the boat speed comes up. Okay, so if this is for the water, so you give it a little bit, you give it a little bit, you give it a little bit, all of a sudden the boat speed comes up, you move with it, you move with it, until you get to the point that the boat speed doesn't go any quicker and the rating's what it is, and you go, right, take it down, and then you go, right, crikey, if we want to make the boat go faster, if we're just going to rate, all we're doing is rating and we're not going to get anything out of it. We want to actually be able to move the boat speed, and then the rating will come with the boat speed as well. So it's the same with this. So give it a go. Give me some feedback on it, because I'd love to. I'm hoping I've explained it sort of properly. It's the best way I think I can. I think I've explained it the best way. If it's a bit of jargon, I can do it again sometime and try and explain it a little bit better. But as I say, just watch it again. Just have a think back to what I was saying. Is you're looking for the speed of the body, which gives you the speed of the hands, with the power and the acceleration. Okay, it's not just power to get it. This is trying to find your rate ratio that you could just tap it along for a certain period of time. Okay, and ultimately, on the rowing machine, this sort of exercise really helps find what you can do for, as I say, 4, 6, 7, 8 minutes, whatever your sort of 2K pace is. This is trying to find something that you can just sit on there like this, back and forward, and you're not going to burn out. Yes, you're going to be working bloody hard, but it's something that you're not going to get and go, oh my God, I'm lost all my power and I'm tying up ridiculously halfway through it. Okay, this is want to be something that you can find that you can just sit back and forward all the time. Okay, and it's a great exercise to do, because a lot of people can sit there and pump out 18s, 20s really well, and then struggle when they get to rate. And it's a complete power to weight rate ratio, because you can be very powerful, but you can't rate as high. Okay, it doesn't go hand in hand. There are some people that are very powerful and that rate really high, and guess what? They've got bloody world records. Okay, but the thing is that it is that you have to be looking for the rating and having the power come down slightly, or having the power higher and the rating lower. Okay, this is what happens. And so you want to find, are you here or are you here? Or we want to be finding something for you that sits right in the middle. Okay, so give it a whirl. As I say, it's called a builder. You just build, thinking, build all the time. And then find your plateau, take it down and redo it again, see where you get to, try it again. After 4, 5, or 6, you'll get a pretty good idea of what you're at that is manageable, that's sustainable. We're always just looking for sustainable rhythm that can hold for long periods of time. Okay, try that out. Let me know what you think, and yeah, give me some feedback on it. But and any coaches out there that want to know about doing it on the water, yeah, I can always DM me, and we can contact over the email or something, and I'll give you a little bit more insight into it. Awesome. Right, enjoy. Thanks, guys. Cheer it.